Hello students, welcome back again. Today we'll read about the blood supply, the clinical anatomy and the histology of the thyroid gland. So let's start it. The thyroid gland, I have already told you that thyroid gland is made up of two lobes which are joined together by the isthmus. So thyroid gland is supplied by superior and inferior thyroid arteries. I have already taught you about this arteries in last video regarding the relationships of the thyroid gland. So thyroid gland is supplied by superior and inferior thyroid artery. The superior thyroid artery, you can see this in this figure. Yes, this is the figure, the superior thyroid artery and inferior thyroid artery. Okay, so ये है हमारी दो basically इसकी जो blood supply है. The superior thyroid artery is the first anterior branch of external carotid artery. It's a branch of external carotid artery. I have already shown you this carotid artery. This is the common carotid artery and this dividing into external and internal carotid arteries. So this superior thyroid artery is a branch of external carotid artery. Okay, so इसकी जो है वो superior thyroid artery at the apex of the thyroid gland. This artery divides into an anterior branch and the posterior branch. ये मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था, उसमें डायग्राम में मैंने आपको दिखाया भी है कि ये कितनी ब्रांचेस में डिवाइड करती है. ये डिवाइड करती है दो ब्रांचेस में, एंटीरियर ब्रांच एंड पोस्टीरियर ब्रांच. ओके, सो बेसिकली आपको ये दो आर्टरीज याद रखनी है, सुपीरियर थायराइड आर्टरी एंड इंफीरियर थायराइड आर्टरी. सुपीरियर थायराइड आर्टरी, इट्स अ ब्रांच ऑफ external carotid artery, and at the apex of the thyroid gland it divides into two branches, the anterior branch and the posterior branch. Now next comes the inferior thyroid artery. Inferior thyroid artery is a branch of thyrocervical trunk, and this thyrocervical trunk arises from the subclavian artery. So subclavian artery से thyrocervical trunk निकलता है और उससे उसकी जो ब्रांच होती है that is inferior thyroid artery. So these two are the basically arterial supply of the thyroid gland. Now next comes the venous supply, the venous drainage. The venous drainage, the thyroid gland is drained by basically three veins, the superior, middle and inferior thyroid veins. There are two arteries, but the veins are three, the superior, middle and inferior thyroid veins. So superior thyroid vein emerges at the upper pole and accompanies the superior thyroid artery. It will run along with superior thyroid artery. The middle thyroid vein is a short white channel which emerges at the middle of the lobe and soon enters the internal jugular vein. It drains into internal jugular vein. The superior thyroid vein also drains into internal jugular vein ultimately. And the inferior thyroid veins, it emerges at the lower border of isthmus. Where it is emerging? And where it is draining. Okay, the superior thyroid vein emerges at the upper pole and draining into internal jugular vein. The middle thyroid vein is emerges at the middle of the lobe and draining into internal jugular vein. And the inferior thyroid vein emerges at the lower border of the isthmus and it is draining into left brachiocephalic vein. So in the blood supply of thyroid gland, you have to learn the two arteries supplying the thyroid gland, that is the superior thyroid artery and inferior thyroid artery, and the venous drainage. Basically the thyroid gland is drained by three veins, the superior thyroid vein, the middle thyroid vein and the inferior thyroid veins. Okay, so let's go to the lymphatic drainage. The lymphatic drainage, lymph from the upper part of the gland reaches the upper deep cervical lymph nodes either directly or through prelaryngeal nodes. Okay, so basically आपको याद करना है कि deep cervical lymph nodes and prelaryngeal lymph nodes. And the lymph from the lower part of the gland drains to the lower deep cervical nodes directly, and also through the pretracheal and paratracheal lymph nodes. So you have to learn only the names. The deep cervical lymph nodes, the pretracheal and paratracheal lymph nodes means the nodes which are situated in front of the trachea and along the sides of the trachea, that is pretracheal and paratracheal lymph nodes. Now next comes the nerve supply. The nerves are derived mainly from the middle cervical ganglion and partly from superior and inferior cervical ganglia. So you have to learn the superior cervical ganglion, the middle cervical ganglion and inferior cervical ganglion, but basic nerve supply is coming from the middle cervical ganglion, and these are vasoconstrictor. Now next comes the histology. This is very important histology. The thyroid gland is made up of two types of secretory cells. First is the follicular cells and second is the parafollicular cells, which is also called as C cells. You can see this diagram. It is showing the histology of the thyroid gland. This is the follicular cells which lines the follicles of the gland. You can see in this figure, these are these large holes. These are basically follicular cells. Follicles, these are the follicles. Okay, follicular cells which lines the follicles of the gland. These are the follicles, and the cells which are lining these follicles, okay, these are called as the follicular cells. What does these secrete? These secretes triiodothyronine and tetraiodothyronine. These are the thyroid hormones, T3 and T4. Tetra means T4, tri means T3. T3 and T4 hormone secrete करता है thyroid gland, which is called as thyroxine, which is also called as thyroxine hormone. And मैंने आपको अपनी शुरुआती वीडियो में बताया था thyroid gland की कि ये क्या करता है, इसका बेसिक फंक्शन क्या होता है. बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट को और सोमैटिक ग्रोथ को, बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट को स्टिमुलेट करता है और सोमैटिक और साइकिक ग्रोथ दोनों को कंट्रोल करता है. तो ये ही जो है फॉलिकुलर सेल्स में से जो निकलने वाले T3 और T4 हार्मोन्स हैं, यही हमारे बेसल मेटाबॉलिक रेट को और सोमैटिक और साइकिक ग्रोथ को कंट्रोल करते हैं. ओके, सो ड्यूरिंग द एक्टिव फेज द लाइनिंग ऑफ दीज फॉलिकल्स इज कॉल्युमिनर, but in the resting phase it is cuboidal. It is written here cuboidal cells. So these are cuboidal during the resting phase, but during active phase these cells becomes columnar. Okay, now next comes the parafollicular cells. It is written here the C cells. The cells which are situated in between the follicles are called as parafollicular cells, which is also known as C cells. They are fewer and light cells. They are fewer in number. ठीक है, not more than follicular cells. They are fewer in number and they are situated between the follicles. And this, what does this secrete? This is another function of thyroid gland, that is it has an important role in the calcium metabolism also, na. So these C cells secrete thyrocalcitonin. Thyrocalcitonin, what does it creates? It promotes the deposition of calcium salts in the skeletal and the other tissues and produce to hypocalcemia. Means it tends to produce hypocalcemia. Whenever there is an excess amount of the calcium in our blood, it causes the deposition of calcium salts in our skeletal muscles and the other tissues and produces hypocalcemia. Okay, in reverse, the parathyroid glands, it produces hypercalcemia. So this thyroid gland and parathyroid gland, thyroid gland is creating hypocalcemia and parathyroid gland is creating hypercalcemia. Whenever there is a deficiency of calcium in our blood, it causes it releases the calcium from the tissues, that is parathyroid gland. Okay, so these two glands regulates the calcium metabolism by hypocalcemia and hypercalcemia. Okay, so these are in the histology there are two types of cells, the follicular cells and the parafollicular cells, which is also called as C cells. The follicular cells secrete T3 T4 thyroxine hormone, which regulates the basal metabolic rate and somatic and the psychic growth of an individual, and the parafollicular cell secretes thyrocalcitonin, which promotes the deposition of calcium in the skeletal muscles and the other tissues, creating hypocalcemia, which is an opposite effect of the parathyroid hormone, parathyroid glands, the parathyroid hormone. Now next comes the clinical anatomy. In clinical anatomy, any swelling of the thyroid gland, the swelling of the thyroid gland is basically called as goiter. ये आपको आयोडीन की कमी से होने वाला जो swelling होता है thyroid gland में, which is called as goiter, ये आपको पता ही होगा. It should be palpated from behind, but here the clinical point is important. What is the important point? It should be palpated from behind. If you are seeing a patient of goiter, you have to palpate it, then you have to palpate it from behind, not from the front. ठीक है, like this. The patient is sitting and the doctor is standing behind, and in this way there is a method of palpation of thyroid gland from behind. Okay. Now next comes the removal of thyroid gland along with the true capsule, which is what is called as the removal of thyroid gland. It's called as thyroidectomy. Okay, and it is very necessary in hyperthyroidism. Okay, so next is hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism causes क्योंकि ये ग्रोथ को मेंटेन करता है। सो अगर हार्मोन्स की कमी होगी तो क्या होगा, ग्रोथ नहीं होगी, एंड इट कॉजेज क्रेटिनिज्म इन इन्फेंट्स एंड मिक्स एडिमा इन एडल्ट्स। तो क्रेटिनिज्म इन इन्फेंट्स एंड मिक्स एडिमा इन एडल्ट्स, what causes it? Hypothyroidism causes. Hypothyroidism causes cretinism in infants and myxedema in adults. Now next comes the benign tumors of the gland. If there may be tumor of the thyroid gland, and if there is a tumor of the thyroid gland, it may compress the neighboring structures like carotid sheath, trachea, which we have already read about these structures in the relationships of the thyroid gland. So if there are tumors of the thyroid gland, they will compress the neighboring structures, and then the pressure symptoms will involve like pressure symptoms like 3Ds: dyspnea, dysphagia, dysphonia. Dyspnea, dysphagia, and dysphonia. Dyspnea means difficulty in breathing, dysphagia means difficulty in engulfing, and dysphonia means difficulty in speaking. Okay, this was the whole thyroid gland up to the clinical anatomy. In the next video we'll continue with another important topic. So आप इसको तब तक जो है वो अच्छे से read करिए. If you find any difficulty, you can ask to me also. And all the best.